Good evening, folks. My name is David Ruff, and this is the Titus County News. We're going to go ahead and start off with the weather as usual. Looks like on Friday, it's going to be a high of 90 degrees, a low of 71. There will be a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny, high near 90, winds light and variable. Friday night, clear skies, low 71, winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunrise is going to be at 6:10 a.m., sunset at 8:27 p.m., moonrise at 6:50 a.m., moonset at 10:09 p.m. Moving on to Saturday. Except for a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High of 92, winds south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Saturday night, 72, mostly clear skies, low 72, winds south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunrise at 6:10 a.m., sunset 8:28 p.m., moonrise at 7:50 a.m., moonset at 11 p.m. Moving on to Sunday, generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds. Stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High near 90 degrees, winds south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And Sunday night, 70, partly cloudy skies. Early will give way to occasional showers later during the night. Lows near 70, winds light and variable. Chance of rain is 40%. Now, it looks like we're going to have next couple days of some sun, and boy, do we need it. Been seeing a lot of flooding out on the county roads. Guys, if there's water over the road, please, please, please do not go through that water. It is not recommended. It only takes about 6 inches of water to knock a car off the road, to flip you upside down, and next thing you know, you're in a world of hurt. Happenings around Mount Pleasant. Hunting Heritage Banquet, that is going to be June 8th, 2024. The retreat at Sugar Hill, it's located at 658 East Farm Road, 71 in Talco. Mount Pleasant, 75455. Doors open at 6 p.m. For more information, you can contact Cotton Guest at 903-573-5389. East Texas Food Bank Mobile Pantry. Saturday, June 8th, 8:30 a.m., volunteers will be arriving. At 10 a.m., distribution begins. Trinity Baptist Church parking lot. On Friday, June 14th, between the hours of 1 p.m. and 6 p.m., City of Mount Pleasant Family Day celebration at Juneteenth. Be in Oak Lawn Park at 1103 Searcy Avenue. Folks are going to have a lot of fun stuff out there, so make sure you guys are checking that out. It is a fun celebration. And folks, with all these celebrations in this weekend coming, the great weather, just remember, if you have the right to remain silent, but you just don't have the ability, well, Nancy Bail Bonds is on your side. If anyone plans on going to jail this Friday or any time of the weekend, remember to call Nancy or James, and they will come get you out. And remember, folks, as a pro tip, you can write this phone number on your arm. They could be reached at 903-577-7190. Moving on to local news, this next story coming out of Cherokee County, Texas. Family members of a lineman who was injured in Cherokee County are asking the public's help to raise money for his recovery. Dwayne Quantrell was identified by family as a lineman who was shocked, and he lost both his arms, according to recent reports. Please, guys, take a look at this one. Look up Cherokee County lineman who was severely shocked and lost his arms. There is a GoFundMe, and he's going to need several surgeries and rehabilitation, so let's help that family out if we can. This story is coming out of Rains County, Texas, reported by KLTV. East Texas lineman dies while working to restore power outages. This is just a very, very sad story. I don't have much information on it at this point, but it was reported by KLTV. Yeah, just not a fun story, guys. I just want to go ahead and say a quick word, and we need to remind everybody, and myself included, that when our power goes out, I mean, yeah, it can be an inconvenience, but just remember, these guys are out there risking their lives, usually playing in water with electricity, down power lines, dangerous conditions. And, just over the course of the past, 2.5 weeks, we had a lineman pass away. And this lineman has lost both his arms. So let's go ahead and send some prayers up for the families involved. And, if you can help, I know it's tough times, things like that. Again, check out that GoFundMe. It's Cherokee County lineman has lost both arms, and I'm sure you'll find that GoFundMe. I know that every penny will help them. Moving into local news. Now, I did take this off of Titus County Rants and Raves, so I want to give credit out to Jonathan Hageman for this. Update from the 6-4 Mount Pleasant City Council meeting. Last night, the city of Mount Pleasant hired a city manager, Greg Nyhoff. He brings decades of city manager experience to help manage the city until the permanent city manager can be hired. The council did vote down a previous resolution that allowed city council members and contractors benefits like health insurance and expense reimbursements. This was decided based on the spirit of the Mount Pleasant City Charter. City-county fire contract is still being reviewed. I believe that we're both close to coming to a consensus on fire support services for the county. To remind folks, city residents are also county residents too, so mutual desire is there to resolve and save taxpayers additional cost. I'm going to go a little op-ed on this too, just kind of talking about the city manager. Doing some research on this guy, I've never met him. I shook his hand, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, when he was being nominated for the position. But I haven't really gotten the chance to sit down and talk to him. But I will tell you one thing. In some of the research that I've been doing, this gentleman comes out of California, the Bay Area, San Francisco, et cetera, et cetera. He's a city manager out there. And, coming from the West Coast myself, I basically grew up in Oregon in the early 70s up to about the mid-80s. And I can tell you this from firsthand experience that in the 70s in second and third grade, we were actually taught not necessarily a hatred for, but more of a reservation pause, even as young children, of Californians back in that day, because they were coming up and changing Oregon laws. And, if you really kind of, follow the way that things went, well, about the late 80s into the 90s, Oregon started really, changing over to more like California, and they would eventually go up, they being California, would eventually go up into Washington State and change Washington State as well. Now, all that said, I want to be very, very clear. Californians today that are leaving California and going to places like Florida and Texas and other red states, they're leaving California because of what California has done and what California has become. So I'm not speaking against Californians. I'm speaking against the state of California, which in fact did eventually end up changing Oregon and Washington and other states, and have done some things that I think that we all can agree on that are pretty questionable. So, once again, I want to make that very, very clear, because the Californians that you run into today that are in other states other than California have basically left to escape what California has become. My whole point here being is that from all the research that I've been doing of Mr. Nyhoff, he is a Christian, he is a conservative, with the Baptist church and things like that. I know a little bit about the church. I definitely know people in the church. I don't know the pastor, but I've heard very good things about him. This pastor speaks very, very highly of Greg Nyhoff as well. So, you know what? I am really looking forward to seeing what this gentleman can bring to the table. And, coming out of California as a city manager where, city managers' usual lifespan is usually measured in years. You're going to make a decision that makes somebody mad. Next thing you know, the press jumps on you and everybody else jumps on you and starts doing hit pieces. And, if you follow some of the news coming out of California, especially against conservatives and things like that, they can be really, really nasty. So let's give this guy a chance, and let's see what he's going to do. I am looking forward at some point here soon to sit down with him. Personally, I'm just kind of letting them get, seated in and kind of caught up and, into third or fourth gear, whatever gear we're in nowadays, before I'm going to sit down with him and ask him some pretty, hard questions, but fair. So congratulations, Mr. Nyhoff. I honestly am looking forward to seeing what you're going to be doing to the city and with the city council. And again, congratulations. And that, folks, will conclude this weekend's edition of Titus County News. Again, my name is David Ruff. If you like what you're hearing, you like what you're seeing, things like that, hey, please do me a favor, drop a comment down below. Make sure that you guys are spreading the word to the local residents of Titus County and Mount Pleasant City proper. And, drop a subscribe. We'll keep on doing this. I'm just kind of doing this as a test and seeing, if there's any interest in it with the news, things like that. So if you like it, definitely get some word out. If you are a merchant or vendor or anything else like that in the city of Mount Pleasant, Titus County out here in Texas, and like to get something into the news, you can text me at 903-315-7306. That's 903-315-7306. We can go ahead and get into the news. Guys, I'm doing this for free for right now, so yeah, now's a good time. You don't have any overhead cost to get something in the news, and we'll see if we can build this channel. With that, I appreciate you guys, and we will see you next week.